committees? How come you guys are getting $95 or $900 a month and so forth? And I had asked the president, Mr. Gutierrez had asked the president about 2 months ago to give us a breakdown as to what the expenditures are per board member. And we got something that we had to extrapolate and put together, and it was kind of, for me, it was difficult to decide what was going on. Then I asked for an individual breakdown per board member to include telephone expenses, per diem, mileage, any kind of expenditure to the board members. And when I got this, I got shocked to see what is going on here. Abelino Montoya for the year, and I try to make all my board meetings since I'm retired now. I get to come here. My telephone expenses is $509 for the year. My per diem rate, my per diem for the year is $2,090, and I have mileage that I've incurred by going to to conferences and stuff that I've been asked to attend, which is $449, which comes close enough to about $3,000 for all that. Mr. Chairman, I look at yours, and your phone is $831. Your per diem is $4,980, and you have a mileage of $146, something like that, which is, and then we look at the other board members, and we're all almost in line. I look at the report. You're coming to your committee meetings that you discussed, that you're on the finance committee, the administrative committee. I sit on the education committee, construction committee, education committee. Mr. Tenorio's on the construction committee, and Mr. Andres Castellano is either on finance or something else committee. My concern is this: as a taxpayer, you're working for another tax-supported agency, West Las Vegas. You come up here and you have meetings during the lunch hour or right around that time, and you come up here. It's going to take you 15 minutes to get here, 15 minutes to get back to work, and then you have a meeting. I've attended one of your meetings, only one, and that finance committee meeting that I attended had no agenda, and we basically sat for about 45 minutes. So, and our board meetings, as you see tonight, we started at 6:30, at 7, and we could have gone, if I would not talk so much, we'd be out here by now. But my concern is this, that as a taxpayer, I want to know, what are you doing at your job at West Las Vegas, and then you're coming to Luna and you're drawing a per diem of $400 or $500 a month, which now we're talking about that we may not have a 3%-ish, 3% of our reserves that we're having a problem with. Furthermore, I know for a fact that you have keys to the facilities here on our campus, to the gym. Some of the people that you work for have keys that come here during the nights, during the weekends. There's been wild parties there that our neighbors have complained about. I brought this up to the board, to the president before. I've asked him to lock that place down, take the keys out. They're still out. I've talked to the human resource manager. We've had equipment missing on campus. We've had TVs missing on campus. We've had equipment missing on campus, and there's no break-ins. Somebody has the keys to this place and things are missing.
So are you accusing me of all that, Mr.
No, sir.
Yes, you are.
Well, let me
say something. First of all, I do have a key to the gym. We used to come to the gym in the morning on a regular basis. I haven't been to the gym probably in over a year. Nobody else has the key but me. I've never given the key to anybody else but myself. So if you're implying that I gave it to somebody else, I'm sorry to say, but you're lying. Parties, I have no idea what you're talking about, so you're lying again. I'll continue back when you say about my meetings. I only go by our policies. Everything that's in our policies states that we have to come, we're required to come to our meetings. In our policies it states that we have a finance facility. I was not on the finance committee, but Mr. Castellano is not here, so in order to have that committee, I told Mr. Valdez that I would attend those meetings. If anybody else wants to come, they can come, that's fine with me. The other thing is, you want to talk about meetings? You asked for an education meeting, you complained about an education committee. You were so concerned with education. How many meetings have you had, Mr. Montoya, since we've created that? You maybe had 4. Maybe. And we've created that when we had our last session, which was 2 summers ago. So in a year and a half, you've had 4 meetings. So by our policy, I don't feel you're doing your job as an elected official. Sorry to say, go on. I mean, you can say whatever you want, Mr. Montoya. I mean, you're saying people say. Well, if those people, why don't they come forward then? You're the only one that says. It's just like before. Everything you say is, I'm hearing. It's just what you hear. You're the only one hearing it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You're welcome.
The fact that the Education Committee meeting that I've stated in the meetings is that in the Education Committee meetings, there you can have, I could probably go on every month and have something going on. But people that are on the Education Committee with me, the directors will understand that when we have at least 2, maybe a semester, it's not necessary to have one each month because it doesn't make any difference. Out of those meetings that we had, we came up with a quality in New Mexico that we instituted. We took an action item and we instituted. The second of all that we did out of the Education Committee, because we thought it was important, we did an evaluation from the students to find out if we were serving those students, and they were. So the things that I'm doing, I don't have to be here every month. Matter of fact, they even question the fact that we have to have a monthly meeting anymore. And once this new board comes in, I think that we can look at it.
That's something that the board needs to address.
Now, you can call me, let me finish, Mr. Chairman. I let you talk, let me finish. You can call me a liar, you can do all kinds of stuff, okay? But you know the facts. You know who has the keys, you know who's going on, who's coming into these gyms at night, and so forth, okay? So that can be an issue. I'm not going to expose other people that I know have a key, that told me that you've given them a key, but we can talk about that in a closed session because I don't want to cause any problems for those people. What I'm saying is this, Mr. Maestas, we have talked about the gym issue, that if somebody gets hurt there, gets killed, has a heart attack or whatever, after hours, the school is responsible. Therefore, the taxpayers are responsible. This that they're talking about, when we go around campus, you even made a comment on your whatever web they call it, that you're 99% of your meetings, you're very comfortable with that. But what you're failing to tell the people that you're only here for about 45 minutes in those meetings. That's $95 for 45 minutes. You continue to disrespect, to use the tax dollars of the people and put the people in jeopardy with the liability at the gym and so forth. And because you're doing that, Mr. Chairman, I'm not accusing you. I'm saying because you're doing that. Wait a minute. No, I have the floor. I have the floor.
You guys are just going back and
No,
forth.
Chairman, I call this a point of order now. I'm going to say something. We're not following the agenda.
I know.
I mean, we can go and discuss this, and I appreciate the discussion, but
Yeah, right now.
Thank you, Mr. Montoya, for
I'm not finished.
your lies. We'll go on.
I'm not finished.
I'm asking for a motion on the floor. Mr. Montoya, you're out of order. I'm asking for a
With
motion
what
on
I
the
said, I'm
floor
calling for your
for
resignation
the Board
from
of
the board.
Trustees Committee minutes. Do I have a motion? I have a motion by Trustee Valdez. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
I have a second by Trustee Tenorio. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is item number 7.
Chairman, I vote nay on committee minutes.
Let the record show that Mr. Alcon votes no,
And I vote no.
and Mr. Montoya votes no. The next item on the agenda is item number 7. Date, location of March 2013 work session and board meeting. Work session will be March 13th and the board meeting will be March 20th. The next item on the agenda would be to adjourn. I have a motion to adjourn. I have a motion by Trustee Valdez. Do I have a second?
I second it.
I have a second by Trustee Montoya. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye.